This is your Monday missed Zoom class video for March 29th. So a heads up that all your grades are currently updated both on Schoology on Aries, and you can make up any missing assignment at any time. If you click on how to make up missing assignments on details, so on your Schoology page, if you are missing an assignment, notice that there's an event titled How to Make Up Missing Assignments, and this event is not due until June 3rd. So, June 3rd is the end of quarter two, so that will be the last day where I'll be collecting missing assignments. So, if you click on here, right, notice that there are both written directions and a video version of the directions if you don't feel like reading or kind of need a tutorial of how to figure out how to make up any missing assignments, right? So this should help you out. Also, as a reminder, we have regular Zoom class Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There is no Zoom class at all, right? So I'll give you the details on Tuesday, but know that there is no Zoom class on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, and then it's spring break the week after. So our learning goal today is to talk about how ions form. So far, to recap last week, we talked about needing salts or ions in order to prevent our muscles from cramping, right? And there are specifically 5 types of ions and salts that we need: potassium, magnesium, chlorine ions, sodium ions, and so forth, right? So you might notice that these elements have these weird little plus minus charges on top. So they're different from a regular atom, right? And our goal today is to figure out, okay, one, why do they have these overall plus minus charges? What do they mean? And how do I figure out which one of these ions am I missing, right? Because sometimes if let's use calcium, for example. If you're missing a calcium ion, you'll see like those white spots in your nails. But besides that symptom, you might also be missing magnesium, right? So, how do we figure out which one is the one that's messing our patient up? So, our goal for today is to figure out, okay, these ions, why do we write them like this? And when they're written like this, what do they actually look like? And what makes them different from regular elements? So I wanted to see if you can figure that out on your own first. And to do that, you're going to need to go to your classwork. Right. So on your main Schoology page, on this page, either on the upcoming right-hand side where it says Classwork Patterns and Ion Formation, or within your Week 2 folder, March 29th, Monday class materials, where it says Classwork Patterns and Ion Formation. If you click on that, your goal here is to figure out, okay, how are these elements different from ions? What is an ion? The stuff that prevents our muscles from cramping, right? And if you open up the Google form, there's a help video that will help you identify the patterns because this is kind of tricky. Once you watch that help video, there are different sections that ask you a series of questions. Let's see if you can figure out the patterns related to this, right? And when you submit the form, it will let you know whether you got the questions correct or incorrect for some of these questions. Don't worry if you did not get them correct, because in your homework or where we do notes in our Nearpod, right? That's our homework usually. I will go over in detail what these patterns are. Okay, so if you go back to the main page, once you complete the classwork, your next step is to complete the homework. But if you did really well on the classwork, meaning you scored like a 6 out of 6, feel free to skip some parts of this video, um, parts of the Nearpod video, I mean. So to get to your homework, there's two ways. You should see it on your upcoming or right-hand side, or within the week 2 folder where it says March 29, Monday class materials, click on where it says homework, Unit 4, the periodic table, Nearpod lesson 4.3 and 4.4. So your goal is to complete these two Nearpod lessons because it goes into detail what the classwork patterns were and how to correctly solve them. As a general reminder, make sure to take notes on all items in red and be sure to answer all of the questions to get full credit. If you don't remember how Nearpod lessons work, feel free to watch this video to help you out. And that's pretty much it for today on Monday, March 29th.